Call transfer to another date, you see.
Yeah. But when you're ready, I'll just give the team up through when you're ready.
Right, off you go.
Stones' Bitter Championship game, Oldham versus Widnes. The teams: Oldham, number 1, Edwards, 2, Sherman, 3, Holkyard, 4, Wanecki, 5, Atkinson, 6, Topless, 7, Kerwin, 8, Jones, 9, Hall, 10, Clark, 11, Hobbs, 12, Clawson and 13, Wirral. Substitutes: Ogborn and Casey. The Widnes side: 1, Burke, 2, Moran, 3, Wright, 4, Gilbert, 5, Basnett, 6, Hume, 7, Coleman, 8, O'Neill, 9, Ruane, 10, Cleal, 11, Gormley, 12, Hume and 13, Hurst. Oldham on the attack now with Mickey Wirral now. Tackle on the 22-metre line to Kerwin. Kerwin through to Jones. Jones trying to burst through, brought down by O'Neill. Hall through to Clawson. Clawson once again brought down by O'Neill. Hall into Bruce Clark. Bruce Clark trying to fight off one tackle but eventually brought down by Hume. Martin Hall through to David Hobbs. Hobbs kicks upfield. Moran after the ball, catches, turns, find a way through. As Widnes once again now pass the ball out to Hume. Ball through the middle, but ball squeals out. Offside. Gormley for Widnes, trying to pick the ball, obviously offside. So now Oldham's turn to get back into the Widnes half. Hobbs taking the kick. Just about on the halfway line. As Atkinson now passes the ball to Martin Hall. To Jones. Jones trying to burst his way through. Immediately brought down by Wright. Hall to Clark. Clark, oh, a bad tackle there actually from Cleal of Widnes, straight round Clark's neck. The referee immediately notifying that and awarding a penalty. Ball once again thrown to Hobbs to kick deep into the Widnes half. In fact, going for goal. The weather very still this afternoon, overcast but no wind. So Hobbs obviously fancying his chances. So now Hobbs hoping to kick this penalty goal to put Oldham 2 points to 0 up. Here he goes. Just slightly wide of the post. Got the distance, but unfortunately so Oldham now regrouping. Fullback Edwards, young Jeff Edwards should cover that. Stops the ball. Fancies one run, but eventually is brought down by Cleal. Again, it's Kerwin now trying to go through on his own. He's got Clawson there trying to battle his way through, but Cleal makes sure he goes no farther. Kerwin now flips inside to Hobbs. An attempted tackle there by Gormley. The ball's come out to Mickey Wirral once again. Through to Wanecki. Wanecki now trying to find some way through to Topless. Topless immediately releasing to Hobbs. Hobbs this time trying to find some way through. Beaten one tackle on his own now. Being chased there by Hume. It's still Hobbs trying to find somebody in support. Eventually finds Kerwin. Paddy Kerwin now trying to find some way on the outside. The ball's passed through to Sherman. Sherman dragged off one tackle from Gormley and Hume, but eventually brought down. A beautiful move there by Oldham, threading the ball through the field now as Bruce Clark comes up with the ball. Passes out to Jones, who's dropped just yards short of the line as the fifth tackle's called by the referee. Hall to Kerwin. Kerwin to Topless. Topless unfortunately passing the ball away to Widnes on the last tackle, so Widnes now trying to find some way through. But there's Wirral to make sure the tackle goes no further. As they try once again, the ball's flipped inside by Hume. As Cleo gets to his feet, passes the ball outside to O'Neill. A big O'Neill dropped by 3 Oldham players. Wirral, Winecki, they're all there. The kick coming, hit the hand of Winecki as the ball goes through. But well taken there by Edwards, the full-back from Oldham, as he feeds his way through now on his own. Eventually, Gormley tries to drop him, but no, he's still going through. A lovely move there by Edwards, eventually dropped by Gilbert and O'Neill. As Winecki now feeds the ball to Clark. Clark releasing at the last minute to Holkard. Holkard dropped there by the full-back Burke and Gilbert. Oldham laying on the pressure again. Clark now trying to find some way through. But there was Basnett. As Hall now to Topless, to Kerwin, through to Winecki. Winecki trying to find some way through. Dropped by O'Neill. It's Kerwin now to Hobbs. Hobbs tries to kick through. Jones is chasing, but unfortunately the ball just goes to touch. Oldham really just stood there and looked at that. So now a tap out now from the 22. Like 5 minutes gone now, as Ruane passes the ball through to Cleo. Tackled by Hobbs and Clark. Widnes now on the shape of Ruane on the far side, trying to thread the way through. But unfortunately Gormley brought down by Oldham as O'Neill now tries to power his way through. Well tackled though by Clark. And now it's on the far side as Coleman tries to kick through. Will it go in touch or will Edwards keep it? Edwards picks up now and tries to run forward. But there's Ruane for Widnes and Gilbert to assist. As Topless is immediately, as Sherman is immediately tackled there. And now Hall to Kerwin, to Jones trying to go his way through, but Hurst is there, Gormley's there. Hall once again to Kerwin. Kerwin inside to Nigel Clawson, tackled by Hurst and Gormley. Hall now. Hobbs attempting the kick, but decides to pass out to the wing on the far side. And now Holkard's coming through. Tackled by O'Neill, and the 5th tackle now, so offside given by the referee there on the 5th tackle, which proved advantageous to Oldham. So Hobbs now kicking up towards the Widnes 22. A nice kick from Hobbs. As Atkinson's quick to pick the ball up, throws it to Hall. Wally Jones asks for the ball, powers his way through, but he's tackled well by Wright. As Hall now to Clawson. Clawson trying to find some way through. He's brought down by Cleo. Kerwin now trying to fed the ball out to Clark. Can Clark power his way over the line? Yes, a try for Oldham by Bruce Clark. An attempted tackle there from Cleo and Gormley of Wigan. Unfortunately couldn't hold Clark as he went over to make the score. Oldham 4, Widnes 0. David Hobbs to take the kick on this near side. So now Hobbs just setting the ball up. Hopefully increase the lead to 6 points to 0. No, well wide. So the score remains 4 points to 0. One would have thought that would have been an easy kick for Hobbs. So now Widnes to restart play in the shape of Coleman to kick upfield. As the Widnes plays O'Neill. Little punt upfield Easily collected by Atkinson. Firing his way through, but unfortunately Gormley and Hume, and what really appeared to be a stiff arm tackle was play on by the referee, and Cleo picks the loose ball up for Widnes, fires it through to Hurst, but Paddy Kerwin there, well charged down Hurst, as Ruane picks the ball up now. Ruane gives it to Coleman. Coleman flicks it inside to Gilbert. Now Widnes again. Hurst to Hume, through to Hume again. But Oldham now powering upfield in the shape of Wirral, Clawson, Atkinson, all there. Referee waves play on now. Widnes once again. Hume trying to fire some way through, but Clawson's there. And in fifth tackle indicated by the referee now. Hume passing it down the field now. Little kick upfield from Coleman, but Oldham's there in the shape of Edwards. And the referee rules play on now. Clawson firing outside to Halkyard. Halkyard trying to run, but nobody in support. Eventually finds Hall, who can't grab the ball, and it's brought down by Widnes and O'Neill. The referee waves play on. Again the ball's tapped out onto the far side now in the shape of Gilbert. Gilbert flicks the ball inside, and Widnes once again on the attack. On the far side now, the ball coming through Coleman, through to Cleo. Cleo wondering what to do with it, passes it to Ruane. Widnes still not done to do with the ball. Gilbert tries to burst through, tackled by Hobbs. Now to Cleo. Cleo trying to find some way through. Tackled well though by Kerwin, as they try once again now with Coleman. Passing it through, and eventually it's left to Burke to pick up, who flicks the ball to Gormley. Got Widnes now outnumbering Oldham. Hume passing it in through to Coleman. Try not given by the referee. That's Widnes now coming forward once again. Mick Burke, the fullback, passes it along to O'Neill. O'Neill gives it to Cleal, who can't get the ball out. The ball's eventually now with Ruane, but the referee indicates a knock on there. In fact, the ball from Burke to Gormley eventually knocked on. So a scrum down. Oldham have thought that was a try. The referee seemed to indicate a try was given, but then realised the ball wasn't over. So it's now a scrum down. Just over 10 minutes gone in this first half. There's a scrum collapse, and Oldham come out with the ball now with Topless to Jeff Edwards, a fullback. Edwards trying to fire some way through, but Burke covering for Widnes with Hume brings down Jeff Edwards now, as Topless once again indicates the pass, but tries to go through on his own. But he's met by Hume, but he managed to get the ball out to Edwards, who's still going and appears to be floored from a Hume punch, which the referee indicates and immediately points to a penalty to Oldham. Jeff Edwards and Hume, and a penalty to Oldham. Kicked out by Hobbs. Yeah, it's just out, just over the 22 metre line in the Widnes half. Hall coming forward, as well as Sherman, Kerwin and Jones and Clark already. Hall now to Jones. Jones trying to power some way through, eventually brought down by Gormley. To Hall, to Clawson. Clawson now trying to find some way through. Meets Cleal and tackle immediately, as Kerwin takes the ball now to Clark. Clark and Kerwin trying to pull something off. Unfortunately the ball falls loose, but a knock on given there against Widnes. Gilbert for Widnes thinking he was through, but the referee indicates play back for a scrum down. Widnes is put in for the scrum now. Straight through the scrum there, so the referee indicates Widnes' ball. For feet up there. The ball appeared to go straight through, but the referee indicates feet up by an Oldham player, so penalty to Widnes. That's Basnett now. Passes the ball to Coleman. Runs straight into Wally Jones there. Immediately tackled there was Basnett. As the ball comes out onto this far side again now. Hume trying to find some way through the middle of the Oldham defence. Tackled by Clawson. Ball coming out to this near side now with Hurst. Hurst trying to find some way through. Tackled though by Hobbs and Wirral. So the ball on the other side now with Ruane. Passing it to Burke, to O'Neill. O'Neill immediately runs into Halkyard. The ball's out now again with Burke, the full-back. To Coleman. Coleman kicks upfield. Jeff Edwards should cover that one. Picked up well by Jeff. Running forward once again, immediately meets Coleman, who with the assistance of Basnett brings down Jeff Edwards. The referee indicating an offence by an Oldham player. So penalty for not clearing, I think. So now Basnett and Mick Burke offering to go for goal. Appears the offence was given for offside, so Mick Burke for Widnes, attempting to go for goal to cut the deficit down. Just about a quarter of an hour gone. So again, no wind. Very still out there this afternoon. As Mick Burke now takes the kick for Widnes. Has he got the distance? No. No goal given. So it still remains Oldham 4 points, Widnes 0, and a tap out on the 22 metre to be taken by Hobbs to this far wing, where Moran picks the ball up cleanly, pushes over Topless, but eventually brought down by Kerwin and Winecki to O'Neill. Now O'Neill seeing if he can get anywhere. Passes the ball rather clumsily to Cleo. Cleo still going, but Topless and Kerwin there bringing him down. The referee on play. So now it's Ruane through eventually to Hurst. Hurst passing the ball back to Gormley, but Gormley brought down by Hobbs. And now it's with Ruane. Ruane to Coleman. Coleman inside to Hume. Hume trying to burst through now for Widnes. Hume flicks the ball. And there's all kinds of, and eventually the referee rules play on with Oldham picking the ball up there. A little bit unsure what was going on, but Oldham live once again now as Martin Hall. Young Martin Hall tries to find some way through. And brought down by Gormley of Widnes. So Kerwin now. Clausen running on. Clausen running well. Meeting Ruane. And O'Neill and Hume all bring down Clausen. As Kerwin now picks the ball up to Clark. Clark. Another rough tackle there from Gormley and Hurst. Referee indicates tackled. As Kerwin comes to take the ball to Topless. Topless to Kerwin again. Kerwin still with the ball, being tackled by Hume on the far side. Eventually brought down by Cleo. As Hall now to Hobbs. Hobbs an up and under there, but well covered by Mick Burke, the full-back, who just about takes the ball and tries to come forward once again. 3 players on the outside. Eventually passes the ball to Moran. Moran back to Burke, but actually out of play, indicated by the linesman. What could have been a good move there, but just at the last moment tackled as he just about released the ball inside. Moran, so scrum down as the referee sorts the 2 scrums out. It's an Oldham put-in. The referee sorting the scrum out here. He wants them back. He wants them back. As the ball's put in by Kerwin, collected by Kerwin to Topless. Topless to Jeff Edwards, the full-back now. Jeff Edwards going on his own, challenged by Hume. And the referee indicates that he didn't release. He wouldn't let the player get up, so it's penalty. Hobbs has a word with his captain. Midway through the Widnes half. Hall to Jones. Jones tackled by Cleo on the far side now as Hall comes with the ball again to Bruce Clark, trying to find some way through. Manages to get the ball out to Hobbs. Hobbs managed to get the ball through to Kerwin, but the referee indicates a forward pass. Hobbs to Kerwin, the referee indicates was a forward pass, so the try is cancelled out. Nice move by Oldham, the ball coming through from Clark to Hobbs and eventually to... So now a scrum down to Widnes. Feed indicated by the referee, so it's to Oldham. Hobbs going for touch. That's Sherman. And Hall now taps down, passes it to Mickey Whittle. Mickey Whittle trying to find the ball inside, eventually covered and fell on by Hall for Oldham. Off a Widnes player, so Oldham now with the ball once again. Kerwin through to Hawkyard. Hawkyard brought down by an assortment of players, including Ruane, Gormley. As Kerwin now to Jones. Jones trying to find some way through, but Hume's there. Kerwin. Oh, dear me, Kerwin knocks the ball forward. Picked up by Widnes in shape of O'Neill, and the referee wears play on. So now O'Neill trying to bring the ball forward for Widnes. Onto this near side. Right there, tackled very well by Wanecki on this near side, as it's now with Hume. Hume inside to Coleman. Coleman across to O'Neill. O'Neill trying to go down the middle of the park. Tries to get the ball out, but it's picked up by Mickey Whittle. Mickey Whittle turns tail and heads for the post, but Ruane and Cleal are there to bring him down. Oldham still have the ball now. Hall to Kerwin. Kerwin to Topless. Topless to Clausen. Clausen brought down by Wright. As Kerwin now to Topless. Topless looking for somebody to pass to, finds Hobbs. Hobbs has got Wanecki. Wanecki collects the ball, but unfortunately runs straight into Gilbert for Widnes. As he tries to go once again, but after the second attempt he's tackled by Ruane. This time it's Clark. Clark fighting his way through. Mick Burke's there. Hume's there. Fifth tackle indicated by the referee. Right on the Widnes try line. Hall to Whittle. Through to Hall again. Trying to, oh dear me, a terrible pass there, well across the middle of the park. Picked up quite easily by Gilbert for Widnes, as O'Neill now tries to come forward for Widnes. Gilbert with the ball on the far side, through to Hume. Hume tackled by Whittle and Hobbs. Once again Widnes try and find some way through as it comes across the centre of the park once again to Hurst. Hurst tackled secondly by Clausen. As once again now Coleman comes through. Oh dear me. Gormley had the ball, lost the ball. Well, that was a real... Gormley seemed to lose the ball. It came off an own player, back into Gormley's hands. He waved play on, and then next thing give a penalty to Oldham for holding the man down. So Hobbs now. A nice kick up, long, deep into the Widnes half. As young Martin Hall goes over to pick the ball up again, Oldham sort themselves out. To Jones now. Jones trying to burst his way through O'Neill. But O'Neill and Ruane bring him down as Oldham get closer now with Martin Hall to Kerwin. Kerwin there to Topless. Topless firing the ball through to Atkinson. Atkinson having a fight with Hume. He's still going strong. As Widnes summon extra troops with Cleal to bring him down. Kerwin stands waiting for the ball now to pass out to Clark. Clark bursting his way through, managed to get the ball to Kerwin. Kerwin gives it to Hobbs. Hobbs is through for the try. Lovely move there by Bruce Clark, who managed to hold off the tackles and fire the ball out. Eventually fled through to David Hobbs, who went over for a try. Second of the games, making the score Oldham 8, Widnes 0. As Mickey Whittle now decides to take over the goal kicking from Hobbs. 24 minutes gone of the first half, and the score 8-0 on what appears to be a simple kick from Mickey Whittle. Once again, big Bruce Clark coming into his own there, holding off the tackle and managing to feed the ball out, which is what he likes to do. And the ball finding its way through to David Hobbs. So Oldham seem to be keeping well on top of this game this afternoon as Mickey Wirral now comes up to take this goal conversion. With ease and makes the score now. Oldham 10 points, Widnes nil. Mickey Wirral there converting David Hobbs' try. So with 25 minutes gone, it's now Oldham 10, Widnes nil. Ruane to restart play for Widnes. That little punt upfield. Covered by Atkinson. Atkinson trying to find a way through. Bounces off Hurst, but eventually he's brought down by Coleman and Ruane. Kerwin now. Ball to Clausen. Clausen coming through but meets Gormley. Passes the ball to Martin Hall to Hobbs. Hobbs now. Tackled by... Trying to tackle by Cleo, burst through, but eventually brought down by Gormley as Martin Hall now passes to Kerwin. Kerwin now in O'Neill. Kerwin manages to get past O'Neill. Martin Hall now running upfield for Oldham, but he's eventually brought down by Ruane for Widnes as Kerwin now. Oh dear me, a terrible pass by Kerwin, but Oldham win the ball in the shape of Topless. Kerwin once again comes back to pick up, running on the far side to the wing, tries to pass the ball to Clausen. Clausen drops the ball, and Oldham lose the ball to Widnes. Couple of bad passes there now as Widnes try and burst forward. Referee indicating an infringement or a foul on Basnett. So Cleo now with a kick upfield midway into the Oldham half as Basnett goes now to take this tap. Basnett passes to Ruane. Ruane inside, across to Gormley, but Gormley brought down well eventually by Clausen and Kerwin as the ball now comes to Hume. Hume passing it to Coleman. Coleman passing it outside. The ball falling loose, picked up by Wright, but Wright knocked on, so a scrum down to Oldham. Touched the referee, Mr. Horton, making sure the scrum goes down where he wants it to go. Really affirming his authority on this game is Mr. Horton. The ball comes out to Widnes though in the shape of Coleman. Coleman trying to find some way through, brought down by Wirral. As Moran for Widnes now. Passes the ball to Cleo. Cleo brought down well by Atkinson and Wirral. Passes it to Ruane. Ruane to Gormley. Gormley beats off one tackle but bounces off Martin Hall and eventually brought down by Atkinson. As Big O'Neill now comes up to take the ball to try and power his way through past Wally Jones. A lovely tackle there by Wally Jones to bring him down. And now Ruane picks the ball up onto the far side for Coleman. Coleman once again working a 1-2 now. Mickey Buck trying to find some way through. The full back for Widnes come forward. Tackled well by Hulkyard on the far side now. As Coleman now on the far side passes the ball into Basnett. Basnett running free, trying to find somebody to pass the ball to. He finds Hume. And Hume, we think, got over a try, but the referee's indicated a scrum down. Hume seemed to be well through for a try there, but the referee brings play back for a scrum down. Put in to Oldham. Kerwin now coming away with the ball. Tackled, and Hume drops on Kerwin to make sure he doesn't get up. As Topless now to Wirral. Wirral versus Hume with the assistance of Wright. To Wienecki. Wienecki now across the centre, back to Hobbs. Hobbs arms off one tackle, runs into Hume. And with Moran and Hume is brought down now. As Clausen for Oldham coming forward. To Hall, inside to Kerwin. To Bruce Clark. Bruce Clark evading the tackle of Ruane and Gormley, but brought down by Hume. As Topless now looking for somebody to back him up. There's nobody there. He manages to find Atkinson. Atkinson inside to Topless now. Topless tries to tap on, but the ball... The ball... In the meantime, Gilbert is seeking attention from that tackle with Wally Jones. The ball did go off a Widnes hand, but the touch judge refusing to acknowledge this. The ball kicked through by Topless did appear to touch the hand of the Widnes player, as the referee indicates a penalty to Widnes for pushing. "30 minutes gone in this first half, as Widnes just into the Oldham half now, as Moran picks the ball for Owain. Referee brings him back. Moran on his own, but Hobbs is there to bring him down quite easily. Owain waiting for the ball now, inside to Cleal. Cleal going on his own, brought down by Hall and Clausen now, as Owain brings the ball inside to Hume, but a stiff arm tackle indicated by the referee by Nigel Clausen of Oldham. The referee indicates straight away that Hume was brought down by a stiff arm tackle. So Owain for Widnes kicks the ball up touch, just over the Oldham 22, as Moran to Owain to Cleal. Cleal being tackled by Jones and Hall, still charging away through, eventually dropped down, as Owain picks the ball inside to Coleman. Coleman to O'Neill. O'Neill trying to find some way through, well tackled though by Clausen of Oldham, as Owain gets the ball out to Coleman. Coleman to Hurst. Hurst still going through Oldham, but eventually brought down by Wanecki, as Widnes now on the attack. Pass the ball through to Hume. Hume to Mick Burke, the fullback. Mick Burke can't find a way through, eventually brought down by Atkinson, as Hume for Widnes tries to dive over the Oldham line. Referee indicates fifth tackle now, as Coleman tries to kick his way through. The referee has in try given. A little bit of confusion there, but eventually the referee gives a try to Widnes. Number 7, Coleman, to make the score 10 points to 4 to Oldham. Seemed to appear to be a knock on, but the referee indicates try. The score now, Oldham 10 points, Widnes 4. Mick Burke to take the conversion for Widnes. So Mick Burke for Widnes now. Oh dear me. Just as he happened to take the kick, the ball fell over. And as he hit the ball, of course, he went well low and well wide. He pointed to the referee that the ball fell over. The referee says, no, you took the kick, and that was it. How lucky for Oldham can you get? Just as he took the kick, the ball fell over. And he tried to indicate to the referee. The referee was there all the time, but he said, no, kick must stand. And it was an atrocious kick. It didn't even reach the height of the crossbar. So Oldham live to fight another day as Hobbs restarts play for Oldham. Picked up by Hurst, charging forward once again. Young Martin Hall. Hobbs on hand. The ball through to Rowan now. Lost ball, the ball is loose. Eventually picked up by Hall. Through to Whittle. Now Oldham on the attack once again. The ball onto the far side to Halkyard. Halkyard trying to find some way through the middle of the park, evading tackle after tackle. Eventually brought down by Hurst, number 13. As Oldham now with Martin Hall giving it to Wally Jones now. Wally Jones trying to find some way through. Evades one tackle, looking for support, but eventually he's brought down by Hume. Quickly ball taken by Oldham now as Hall tries to pass it well to Clausen. Clausen drops. Whittle picks up the loose ball. And Oldham lose a good 5-10 yards there from what appeared to be sloppy play by Clausen. As Whittle, Kerwin passing the ball to Hobbs, hopefully trying to feed off Hobbs, but didn't work. Brought down as Kerwin once again now to Topless. Topless looking for somebody to pass to. Eventually Clark comes forward and O'Neill. Clark passes the ball out, picked up by Hall on the 5th tackle. Winecki now with the ball on the 5th tackle for Oldham. Tries to kick some way through. Kick the ball through, appeared to come off a Widnes play, but the referee indicates a knock on. Scrum down. Well, Winecki seemed to kick the ball upfield off a Widnes player, pick it up. So it's scrum down, Widnes is put in. The ball coming out on this near side now with Hume. Eventually brought down by Wirral. As Basnett takes over now. Basnett on this near wing. Brought down Atkinson. As Moran passes inside now to Wright. Wright brought down as Widnes once again now with O'Neill. O'Neill, a big hefty kick upfield. Will it reach touch? Jeff Edwards there covering for Oldham. Picks the ball up, turns. Widnes come forward to meet him, tries to go through the centre of the field. Cleal eventually brings him down. As Hall to Sherman. Sherman brought down there by Cleal just inside the Widnes half. Hall once again to Clausen. Clausen and Cleal. Kerwin, Topless. To Kerwin again, to Wirral. Wirral through the centre of the park, evades Cleal's tackle, hangs on to his shirt and eventually does bring Wirral down. That's all to Clark now. Clark running on once again, this time deciding not to feed off. The referee just making sure the Widnes players are onside. As Winecki now comes through forward, looking for some support. Hobbs, very high, up and under there by Hobbs. As Mick Burke for Widnes comes forward to take the ball well and bring it forward. And in fact sells a dummy there to Atkinson as Mick Burke now passes the ball inside to Hume. Hume striding across the field as Jeff Edwards in chase. Will he catch him? Well brought down there by Jeff Edwards. Hume seemed to be getting away from Edwards, the fullback. And the referee actually indicates that Jeff Edwards refused to let go of Hume once tackled. A lovely catch there from the up and under from David Hobbs by Mick Burke, who brought the ball well down towards the Oldham halfway line, passed the ball inside to Hume. Hume appearing to go across the field away from the Oldham players, eventually caught by Edwards, who appeared to not let him get up. So a penalty kick to Widnes. Just 2 or 3 minutes to go to half time. Yeah, really a good full-back's job done there actually by Edwards. As Ruane puts the kick over for Widnes to make the score Oldham 10, Widnes 6. Rather unfair, I thought, on Jeff Edwards then, because he seemed to be off balance as he was trying to get up, but the referee indicated that. So the score Oldham 10, Widnes 6 with just a couple of minutes to go to half time. Hobbs to restart play for Oldham. Real unfair on Jeff Edwards, who seemed to commit a good tackle there and then was penalised in the end, but Hobbs kicks upfield. As Moran picks the ball up for Widnes to come forward now. Meets Clausen and Winecki to offer assistance. Ruane passing inside to Hurst. Hurst trying to find somebody to pass to, but there's nobody there. So Ruane now comes to take the ball. Passes it inside to Coleman. Coleman through to Hume. As Wright tries to find someone to pass to, is firing his way through. Eventually gives the ball to Basnett, who's tackled. And Widnes try once again now with O'Neill on this near side. O'Neill running straight at them, passes the ball to Hume. Hume manages to get the ball out. And the ball's flicked back to Wright for Widnes now. Wright with Moran on the outside of him, but he's brought down once again by Jeff Edwards, who tries to kick the tackle. The referee indicates the play on, ball on. Coleman now trying to find some way through. The referee indicated when he kicked the ball was on. The ball left loose, he never played the ball. Basnett picked it up, the ball never appeared to be played out of that tackle. The referee didn't give any offence. As Ruane now for Widnes, passes the ball inside to Coleman. Coleman trying to find someone to pass to, eventually finds Ruane. But he's brought down by Hobbs for Oldham. As Widnes now find the ball across central field to Hume. Hume trying to find some way through, manages to find the ball to Hurst. A try given by the referee for Widnes by number 13, Hurst. Oldham appear to be at a standstill then as Widnes brought the ball across the field with Hume, Gormley, and eventually the ball to Hurst. So that levels the score now at Oldham 10, Widnes 10. And Cleo this time deciding to take the kicks. Appears to have an easy conversion here right underneath the sticks, as we must be approaching half time. So Cleo, Ruane, sorry. Easy conversion by Ruane to let the score. Oldham 10, Widnes 12 at half time here. So Widnes just about stealing the lead there at half time to go in. Oldham 10, Widnes 12. Second half, score at half time, Oldham 10, Widnes 12. Oldham to restart the second half. David Hobbs to take the kick. Referee acknowledging his touch judges. Hobbs to kick. Trailing 10-12 of Oldham. Straight up field to Gormley. Yes, David Topless gone off at half time to replace by Ogbourne. Obstruction there given by the referee. Widnes also made a substitution at half time, as the referee indicating obstruction there by Widnes playing from a cross ball. So Oldham awarded the penalty, which Mick Worrell decides will go for touch. Yes, Mick Burke gone off for half-time for Widnes. Appeared to have a bad leg injury, the one that was strapped up. Limped off at half-time and replaced by Duncan Platt at half-time. So also substitutions, as Mickey Worrell now in the first minute in the second half, hoping to level the scores here with this zone. Appears to be a straightforward kick with no wind. No, just at the last minute, curled wide of the post. Seemed to be going straight all the way, and just at the last minute, curled wide. So the referee indicates it's a kick out on the 22. Dear me, a chance there for Oldham to level scores. Unfortunately, goes begging. As Widnes now tap out on the 22. Kicked upfield. Picked up by Jeff Edwards, a full-back. Picked up well. Running once again through the centre of the field. Brought down by Ruane and O'Neill. Ruane, O'Neill and Cleo bringing down Jeff Edwards there as Hall now flicks the ball to Hobbs. Hobbs and Gormley having a tussle in the centre of the park. What appeared to be a fist going into Hobbs then went unnoticed as Clark now comes forward once again for Oldham after shoving off one tackle. It's still Clark trying to find somebody to pass the ball out. Couldn't find anybody, but a lovely move there by Bruce Clark for Oldham on the far side now as Nigel Clausen comes in to take the ball, but Gormley, Hume are all there to make sure he doesn't go any further as Hall now awaits the ball to Kerwin. Kerwin inside to Worrell. Worrell to Wanecki. Wanecki going on his own, evades the tackle of O'Neill, but is eventually brought down just in front of the sticks as Hall to Kerwin now. Kerwin trying to find some way through. Evades one tackle. O'Neill's there again to make sure he goes down. The referee indicates fifth tackle as Oldham now trying to go forward once again with Hall. Hall to Hobbs. Hobbs throws the ball out. Hall knocks the ball back. Ball gone loose, eventually picked up by Widnes on the last tackle in the shape of Coleman now. Coleman to Gorman. Gorman flicks inside. Tackled though by Oldham. As Ruane now tries to come forward. Going really dark here at Sheddings. Hopefully the lights will be on soon. As Widnes now once again try and find some way through. Mickey Worrell's there to make sure Hurst doesn't go any further. Hurst to Coleman. Coleman passes back to the substitute Duncan Platt, who's just come on. Kicks upfield, kicked up by Jeff Edwards. the fullback for Oldham, sorting out his team, trying to find somebody to pass the ball out to. Brought down there by Wright. As Kerwin now comes forward for Oldham. Kerwin across centre of the field, managed to pass the ball back to Winnecke. Winnecke seems to run straight into trouble and is eventually brought down from what's a suspicious tackle there from Ruane. As Kerwin now trying to find somebody passing up. Big Bruce Clark once again coming forward. O'Neill this time comes to lend a hand to bring him down. As Kerwin on the far side now tries to pass the ball out to Jones. Ball picked up once again by Oldham and Kerwin now. Kerwin to Winnecke. Winnecke to Mickey Wirrell. Wirrell trying to find some way through. Coleman tries to tackle, but the ball comes out to Kerwin. Kerwin into high to Clausen. Clausen trying to find the ball to Hall. Hall tries to kick forward, but Platt for Widnes picks the ball out of the air and comes forward to be tackled by Kerwin. There's another Oldham move, bites the dust now as Widnes forward once again. Cleal brought down by Kerwin and Hobbs. As Ruane takes the ball now. Ruane passing to this near side. Tries to get Hurst through. Hurst brought down by Winnecke. This time it's Coleman with a kick. Ruane with the kick straight out into touch. Nowhere near. So touch judge indicates ball out. Ball back. Scrum down to Oldham. Went straight out into touch. Ball back. Scrum down to Oldham. Kerwin to put in. The referee once again sorting the scrum out how he wants them. Mr. Horton really does like to show his authority in these scrums. He'll only stand for so much. He parts the scrums, tells them to get back to where he wants them. Down, and Kerwin this time puts the ball in. The ball comes out. Kerwin picks up to Winnecke. Winnecke through to Jeff Edwards, the full-back on the near side. Jeff Edwards trying to evade a tackle from Platt. Brought down, one gets up, carries on. Brought down by Hume and Wright. Passes the ball on to Winnecke. Winnecke manages to fire the ball across to Holkyard. Holkyard though, tackled well by Hume, couldn't get the ball out, had to go down with the tackle. As Winnecke now coming forward once again with anybody backing up. And the substitute Ogborn there trying to back up. Winnecke still with the ball, managed to get it to Kerwin. Kerwin through to Clausen. Clausen trying to fire some way through. But turned into trouble, Clausen then. Instead of going to his left, went to the right and turned into trouble. As Kerwin out to Clark. Big Bruce Clark as a posse of Widnes players suddenly appear on Clark's back. Ruane, Cleal, they're all there. Make sure he doesn't go any nearer that Widnes line. As Hall now to Kerwin. Kerwin back inside to Wally Jones. Wally Jones tries to find some way through. Hume's there to down. And fifth tackle indicated by the referee now. As Hall now. This other side to Hobbs. Hobbs with the ball. Drops the ball. Of course, this is the last tackle. Coming through once again with Holkyard. Holkyard still got the ball. Tackled. And the referee indicates 6 tackles. So ball around as Widnes now come forward. Well tackled there by Atkinson, who managed to lift the Widnes player back as O'Neill now for Widnes tries to come forward. Mickey Werrell's there trying to tackle O'Neill. He tries to duck and weave, but the size of O'Neill means he's no chance as Clausen eventually brings him down. As Oldham keep Widnes now penned into this close area. But now Hurst has made a breakthrough. Drops the ball. The ball's kicked on as Edwards now faces a race with Hume. Edwards wins the race with Hume. Drops on the ball. Lovely. A lovely move there by Jeff Edwards. Dropped on by Hume. The referee indicates play on this time as Ogborn for Oldham comes forward, tackled by Ruane to Winnecke. Winnecke inside to Kerwin as Oldham reshape the troops. This time Holkyard coming through, trying to find some way through. He evades the tackle that's given to him. Again, and evades another Hume tackle. This time he's well tackled by Hume. But Oldham really do need to reshape the troops as Kerwin to Clark. Clark releases the ball at the last minute. Again, release the ball to Hobbs. Hobbs trying to find some way through. Trying to find somebody to back up. Evades one tackle. Still running Hobbs. He's brought down this time by Hume for Widnes. Mickey Wirrell to Kerwin. To Winnecke. Winnecke evades one tackle. Dodges through another one. Gormley comes across. But Martin Hall comes out with the ball. To Mickey Wirrell now. Mickey Wirrell tries to pass the ball across to Ogborn manages to pick up the loose ball for Oldham as Mickey Wirrell comes back to take the ball, ventures to pass, tries a grubber kick through, seems to be fouled there by O'Neill and Gilbert, which the referee indicates. He tried to kick the ball past O'Neill and Gilbert, and as he went through, the pair just tripped him up and sandwiched him, and the referee indicated straight away that he was impeded. The score is still Oldham 10, Widnes 12. A bit of confusion what they're going to do. Hobbs puts the ball into touch as Oldham try to drive over for this try. Martin Hall now to Big Wally Jones. Tackled by Hurst. As Oldham now try and get the troops together. Kerwin through to Hobbs. Hobbs trying to drive some way through. But O'Neill and Gormley, they're all there as Kerwin now tries to find some way through. Inches away from the try line. As a posse of bodies, the ball comes out once again. This time try and pass the ball out to Martin Hall. Martin Hall meets O'Neill. No match for O'Neill, who soon downs him. As Oldham now seem to be coming away now. As Holkyard tries to pass the ball into Clark. Big Bruce Clark trying to find somebody to pass to. Finds Holkyard. Holkyard to Wirral. Wirral outside now to Ogburn. Ogburn trying to find some way through. Tackled well by Basnett. And O'Neill's there to lend a hand for Widnes. Fifth tackle indicated by referee as Martin Hall to Mickey Wirral. Mickey Wirral tries to kick across the field. And Sherman's there. And the referee, is it a try? No. The boy must... And if... No, Widnes seem to have picked up a loose ball there as Duncan Platt now comes away. Oldham thought they'd got a try there. Paul Sherman picking up that ball from Wirral, but Widnes now, given the benefit of the doubt, come forward once again. But Paddy Kerwin suddenly finds the ball from nowhere in a tackle. What a lovely try there. Widnes on the break. All of a sudden, Paddy Kerwin emerges with the ball onto the far side. Manages to kick the ball out. So I think it was Atkinson. A nice ball out. I think it was to Atkinson eventually. Yes, indeed, Atkinson was a try scorer. Widnes just seemed to be coming forward with the ball. A posse of Oldham players went on. The next thing, Paddy Kerwin emerged with the ball down the far wing, flicked into Atkinson, who went over right into the corner. He must have been really near to the touchline. As Oldham regain the lead now, 14 points to 12. And Mickey Wirral on the far side to take the conversion kick. An awkward kick for him, this. Right out on the far side. A lovely move there by Oldham, stealing the ball in the tackle. Young Paddy Kerwin always gives his best. Meantime, 1 or 2 running repairs carried out to the rest of the Oldham team. So now Mickey Wirral. Has he reached? No, the ball, no goal indicated. So the score, Oldham 14, Widnes 12. As a substitution is being made by Widnes, Stockley is coming on to replace Gormley. Trevor Stock. Yeah, Gormley going off to replace by Stockley. Just over 10 minutes of this second half gone. As Platt takes the kick upfield, well taken by Wienecke there. As Wienecke now tries to come forward, evades 1 or 2 tackles, eventually met by Cleo and Ruane, and Martin Hall on the far side now, giving the ball to Wally Jones. Wally Jones trying to burst his way through. Still going strong, but Ruane, Cleo, they're all there to make sure he doesn't go any farther. As Martin Hall now feeds the ball to Clark. Clark looking for somebody to pass the ball to. He's met by Stockley, who's just come onto the pitch. The ball's passed to Martin Hall. Still Martin Hall. Bruce Clark trying to organise where he should pass the ball, but Hall goes down with the ball. Passes to Kerwin now. Kerwin trying to find some way through. Managed to get the ball inside to Hobbs. Hobbs now. What a bit. Oh, Cleo there tackled. There seemed to be a high tackle. The referee was play on. So Hobbs now. Wienecke stops all of a sudden. The ball comes out to be by Hobbs. Passes back to Kerwin. Kerwin to Clausen. Clausen now trying to find some way through. Gets the ball to Mickey Wirral. Mickey Wirral tapped by Hume. Still going through. Hume and Gilbert eventually comes along to end a hand to drop Mickey Wirral. As Hall now with the ball. Tries a little kick upfield. Oh, what a good... And unfortunately, Basnett for Widnes coming forward to pick the ball up. He had an awkward bounce just in front of him. And it goes into touch. So a scrum down on the Widnes 22. To Widnes now. The referee once again organising his scrums. A Widnes put in. Coleman with the ball. Scrum not formed properly, the referee says. Once again, just repositioning the scrum as Coleman waits to put the ball in. The referee indicates that it's in fact a foul by Widnes. So Oldham with a penalty now as Hobbs tries to find out what's going on. Ball into touch. As Ogbourne for Oldham. And Hall now. Hall takes the tap, passes to Wally Jones now. Wally Jones trying to find some way through. Brought down by Hume. As Kerwin now. Kerwin to Clark. Big Bruce Clark trying to find some way through. He's brought down by Ruane. As Wanecki waits for the ball now to Kerwin. Kerwin there being tackled by Gilbert, who appears to be lending a few free fists. The referee comes over to make sure there's no foul play as Kerwin gets up and passes the ball to Hall. To Wally Jones now. Wally Jones trying to find some way through. Oldham within inches of the Widnes try line once again now. Hall across to Kerwin. Straight out to Wanecki. Wanecki tries a little grubber kick through. Wanecki's chasing the ball. And eventually Wanecki picks the ball up. And a try is given by a lovely move there by Wanecki. The ball was passed across the field. He kicked the ball through, ran after the ball, picked up and put down. Oldham 18, Widnes 12. Yeah, it's a lovely move there by Gary Wanecki. Mickey Worrell comes up to take the conversion, a little easier than the last one. Meanwhile, Hawkyard just comes off some running repairs. So Oldham into the lead now, 18-12. Really nice move there by Oldham. Started off by Martin Hall as the ball came across the field. Eventually to Wanecki, who tried to kick through, chased the ball, caught it, and touchdown. Worrell to take the conversion for Oldham now. Has he made it? Yes, a lovely kick. Just drops over the bar there by Mick Worrell to make the score. Oldham 20, Widnes 12. 15 and a half minutes gone in the second half. So 20 points to 12 now. Widnes with Platt to restart play. Oldham, their heads lifted. Platt upfield. Jeff Edwards coming forward to take the ball cleanly and run forward once again. Stockler the substitutes there, and O'Neill. What appeared to be a rough tackle from Stockler went unnoticed. The play on as Edwards passes the ball to O'Neill. O'Neill to Clausen now. Clausen trying to find some way through. Brought down there by Cleal and Coleman. As Martin Hall now to big Bruce Clark. Bruce Clark and Stockley. And Hume comes in to lend a hand as big Bruce Clark is dropped once again. Wanecki to Kerwin. Kerwin now to Atkinson. Atkinson felled on the far side as Kerwin once again picks the ball up. As Hobbs tries a kick upfield, but Platt's there. It bounces the wrong side of Platt. Going towards as Oldham pile forward to keep the pressure on Widnes and keep him up there. Wanecki's up there as he tries to come forward. The ball runs straight into Hobbs and Wanecki. As Widnes now try and find some way through once again. But Clausen and Wanecki are there to lend a hand. As once again Widnes with Hume trying to find some way through. Cleal to take the ball to O'Neill. Cleal to O'Neill now. O'Neill tries to evade Martin Hall but can't evade Bruce Clark. As O'Neill the kick up here, upfield by Widnes. Oh, well kept in touch, but the linesman indicating the ball went out. What appeared to be the Jeff Edwards kept the ball in touch. The linesman indicated, I think, that a foot went out. So in fact a scrum down, Jeff Edwards appeared to keep the ball well in touch, but the linesman says no. So a scrum down to Widnes as Coleman picks the ball up. The referee once again indicating where this scrum's going. As Coleman now drops the ball in, but Oldham win the scrum and Kerwin picks the ball to Winnecke. Winnecke fires out to Holkyard on the far side. Holkyard gets to Atkinson. Atkinson now passes the ball, tries to get through to Winnecke. The ball falls loose. Ball on indicated by the referee as Kerwin now comes forward for Oldham. And he's brought down by Gilbert, and what appears to be a fist going in the tackle there went unnoticed once again. Holkyard stands still with the ball and is brought down by Hume. Nobody to pass the ball out to. As Hall now on the far side to Wally Jones. Wally Jones evades one tackle but can't beat the second tackle now. Still in their own half, Oldham. As Wally Jones gets up rather gingerly there. Nigel Clawson tries to find some way through, but Ruane's there waiting for him. As Hall now to Wirral, to Hobbs on this side, to Winnecke, to Wirral, to Holkyard. Holkyard trying to find some way through, evades a couple of tackles, eventually throws the ball out, picked up by Winnecke. Winnecke evades one tackle but falls on the second and is eventually finished off by O'Neill. As Hall now to Kerwin. Kerwin now. Pass the wing, Stockley the new substitute. And Basnett eventually brings it down with O'Neill there. O'Neill tries to kick the ball front as Jeff Edwards picks the ball up. Back to one indicated by the referees. O'Neill drops Edwards now. So ball on to Oldham. Jeff Edwards gets up to Hall. Ogbourne. Head. Cleo seemed to grab Ogbourne's head as he went through there. In fact, still seems to have hold of him now as he passes the ball to Hall. And as Bruce Clark runs forward to sneak, to take what appears to be a quick tap just to fool the Widnes players, drops the ball. Just to humour the fans a little bit there, I feel, as the referee indicates. So Mickey Wirral decides to go for goal to try and make it a 10-point lead for Oldham. 20 minutes gone in the second half. Score at the moment, Oldham 20, Widnes 12. They're straight in front of the side steps a couple of times. One or two of the Widnes players still moving around while he side. But simply slide foots the ball over the post to give Oldham a 10-point lead to make the score. Oldham 22, Widnes 12 points. Oldham really regarded as the underdogs in this game, but starting into a 10 points lead now as Widnes regroup the troops and Platt to restart play for Widnes. Quickly taken, and in fact the ball goes straight out into touch. So ball back indicated. That just shows you how the luck's going for Widnes today. So now Oldham a chance to have a go as Martin Hall picks the ball up. Will be a tap, of course. Martin Hall to big Bruce Clark now. Coleman tries to bring him down, but he's still going strong. Evades the Coleman tackle and eventually brought down as he passes the ball to Hall. To Hobbs now. Hobbs trying to find some way through. Stockley's there. The ball's eventually found out to Clark. Clark to Mickey Wirral. Wirral versus Hume. Sidestep Hume. Still going Mickey Wirral. Puts his hand off Ruane. And he's still going strong actually. As 3 or 4 Widnes players all come forward to try and tackle him. Ruane, Stockley. And the ball's out now with Kerwin. Kerwin trying to find some way. Unfortunately the ball's kicked straight into the hands. But a lovely tackle there by Holkyard on Platt, who came on at half time for Widnes. He tried to bring the ball forward. The ball's with Gilbert. Gilbert's tackled by Holkyard. Gilbert now passes the ball to Hurst. Hurst inside to Coleman to O'Neill. O'Neill well met there by Bruce Clark and Wally Jones. As Ruane comes to take the ball, passes to Stockley. Stockley trying to find some way through the middle, but he's met by Clawson, by Winnecke and Jones. And now Cleo. Ruane with the ball trying to find some way through. He's tackled. As Widnes on the far side now trying to find some way through. The ball was with Wright. Right, storming his way through the middle actually. Is this going to be a try for Widnes? He sidesteps Jeff Edwards, who manages to tap him on the way down. And Atkinson finishes off the tackle as Widnes now on top. The ball with Coleman. Coleman trying to find some way through, scoops the ball out. The ball eventually comes to Ruane. Ruane on this far side managed to pass the ball to Gilbert. Gilbert managed to get the ball to Platt, who I think was actually pushed into touch. Yes, the ball just about going into touch there. So a 25-yard tap to be indicated by the referee. A nice move there by Widnes as the ball came across with Coleman and Gilbert, and eventually coming out to Platt. But Platt just about dropped into touch. So it's a tap out to Oldham on the 22. Kerwin asking for the ball. Kerwin to Jones. Tackled by Cleal. And Basnick's there to rip the ball out of his hands, but the ball falls loose and eventually picked up by Hall. As Hurst went in for the ball, Hall steals the ball. Ball on play on referee, as Bruce Clark now comes out with Oldham once again. Tries to get the ball out, and eventually it's passed by Hobbs. Hobbs is dragged down, but managed to get the ball out to Wienecki. Wienecki can't find a way to get the ball out, and he's eventually tackled by Hume for Widnes now. As that tackled is the word we'll call it by Cleal. He gets up Kerwin now. It's to Hobbs. Hobbs hands the ball out to Sherman once again. Sherman trying to go through O'Neill and Hurst. As Sherman now to Kerwin.
To Jones.
To Hall. Hall's tackled by Hume. He's still going strong as young Martin Hall though. Evades.
It's there, Moran, right.
On the fifth tackle now is Kerwin to Wienecki. This is the fifth tackle, don't forget. Hall.
We'll have a go at a kick. It is the last.
Kick through by Mickey Whittle, but the ball's picked up by Platt, and he's tackled behind.
Tap out.
There by Oldham on the last tackle. As Mickey Whittle on the last moment just managed to kick the ball. And it's a kick out under the sticks now, so Oldham still piling the pressure on. Ball kicked upfield to be collected on his left. Running forward now, going on his own. Runs into Ruane, who tackles along with Hume. As Platt now. As Ogborn for Oldham.
Please tackle him.
Hall to Kerwin. Kerwin to big Bruce Clark. What appeared to be a neck tackle coming in there from. Have a word actually. The touch judge has intervened at this stage. It did appear to be a head tackle. He will call him over to have a word. That's big Bruce Clark. Cleal actually being talked about that by the referee about the arm tackle. The penalty given, of course, for a stiff arm. As Bruce Clark. And now Hobbs takes a quick tap to Jones. Jones trying to evade one tackle, and eventually is brought down. As Kerwin to Clausen. Clausen met again by Cleal. Tackled on 5 yards. As Hall to Kerwin. Kerwin back inside to Hobbs. Hobbs to Clark. Clark drops. Wienecki picks up. Behind Bruce Clark when he dropped, with the referee indicates knock on. As Wienecki picked the ball up there, thinking the try line was begging.
The witness.
Well, the ball appeared to go behind Bruce Clark. The ball's quickly taken, but the referee rules an feet up in the scrum, quickly taken by Widnes.
Lead the line.
As Ruane on the far side.
Runs immediately into Wally Jones.
Down. As Hume now tries to feed the ball through.
To Cleal.
Inside to Coleman. And this time it's with Hume, who dummies one tackle. Wally Jones, but not Bruce Clark, who holds on until he manages to pass the ball out to Wright. Wright tries to kick forward. The ball
The ball.
eventually fell onto by Edwards, the Oldham fullback, but the referee rules offside and gives kick
To be taken.
by Rowan, the Widnes, number 9. So now Widnes on the attack once again. Taken quickly and given to Stockley, the substitute, who immediately runs into
Hobbs.
all the time. As Rowan now tries to find some way through, giving the ball to this big O'Neill, and it takes Bruce Clark.
Mickey Will.
O'Neill, as Coleman now passes the ball out to Hurt Hume. He can't find any way.
Plays back now. As Widnes once again with Stockley.
Coleman gives it to Platt, and the referee.
Scored by number 14, Platt.
So that makes us go now Oldham 22. Started off that move as the ball came out with Gorman, with Coleman, and Rowan eventually came to Platt, as in fact taking the conversion himself. So the score now Oldham 22, Widnes 16.
Still a pretty close.
10 minutes left. As Platt just below us. But the ball well wide the distance, but nowhere near the target. So the score
16.
can Oldham. Certainly starts the play for Oldham. Kicks upfield.
As he tries to come through.
Tackle by Hall. Stockley there
Coming across once again now.
to meet Hirsch coming through.
Passing the ball out to Platt.
To this near side now as the ball eventually is given to Hume.
Held.
And the ball now to Coleman to this big O'Neill. O'Neill sidesteps one but meets Wally Jones, who with the assistance of Clausen. On as the ball ran free, picked up by Martin Hall of Oldham. Unfortunately, the referees indicate stop play as Martin Hall receives treatment.
By Trevor Stockley.
Magic sponge.
His feet. The referee indicates play on.
Jones managing to sidestep one tackle, managed to pass the
Platt on him. And Platt in fact brings Kerwin down.
as Martin Hall now to Bruce Clark.
Tackles.
To Hall. To Winnecki now. Winnecki trying to sidestep.
Doesn't, and he's brought down.
Ever nearer this Widnes try line as Hall now to Nigel Clausen. No way
Brought down by the Wayne. And Hall.
through Hobbs. Goes for a drop goal. Not given.
Well wide of the sticks there from Hobbs, trying to turn.
On the 22 metre line for Widnes. As Rowan comes to take the tap. Passes the ball through to Cleel, trying to find
Hobbs. Back.
to Rowan. Rowan to Stockley now.
Tackle as he tries to get the ball out.
Right, the tackle as Hurst tries to bring the ball inside to Coleman. He's well tackled.
By the Oldham Subogboyne.
Side to Hume. Hume across the field to Baz.
They find some way through, well tackled eventually though.
Now to Stockley. Stockley inside to Rowan. Rowan kicks upfield.
The ball unfortunately just rolls past him.
Picks the ball up. And once again comes forward for Oldham.
For him as he tries to crawl his way through. Eventually drops.
That's Kerwin now. Fighting off.
From Stockley there. And eventually brought down.
That's Martin Hall now. To Sherman.
Atkinson, sorry, dropped the ball going through.
By the referee. Scrum down. Atkinson run.
Still tackled by the Widnes player, who realised he hadn't got the ball.
To Widnes now. Coleman with the ball.
Right, the scrum out.
As Coleman feeds the ball in and drops on the ball as it comes.
So now Widnes win the scrum as Coleman now to Hume.
Substitute Platt. Platt well tackled though.
By Holcard. As once again Widnes.
Just trying to fire some way through. But Hobbs is there.
Owen's there. And now it's up to Wayne to feed the ball.
Ending up with Stockley, the substitute. Stockley running into Paddy Kerwin. Barry
On to Sherman and eventually dropped by Mickey Whittle now.
so passes the ball to Hume. This time inside to
Coleman passes the ball out to Gilbert. Gilbert still going through.
Basnett. Basnett eventually tackled.
Group of Stockley, the substitute. He tries to come through on his own. Look.
Finds Ruane. Ruane passes the ball across to Coleman now. Coleman.
To Hume. Once again tackled. And the ball.
Comes over to indicate. Oldham.
Indicating the ball's run by Kerwin there as Oldham.
And relieve the pressure off themselves for a couple of minutes as Holcard comes forward. Tackled by Ruane.
Oldham busily regrouping themselves now.
Through. Eventually dropped by Ruane.
Martin Hall.
He's trying to find some way through. Just at the last moment, trips over a blade of grass. And
Clark met there by Cleo.
by the referee.
Got field now by Hobbs.
Scrum down.
Coleman to put the ball in for Widnes. The ball didn't appear to go
Eventually to Hume.
through, picks the ball up. But he's well tackled there, manages. And eventually
Trying to get the ball out to Basnett. Basnett
into touch. And as a result of that, Mick Hume is left injured on the floor. Kick the ball away. And a tap out under the sticks is given. Hume rises to his feet.
out to be taken by Hobbs underneath the sticks now.
Release on this pressure with there being about 5 minutes left to play.
The ball kicked near the halfway line, picked up
Clark coming forward, seeing what his backup is.
Woodall on the 22-metre line, brought down.
Now once again on the far side with Cleo. But so the Wayne picks the ball, it brings it inside to Stockley. Stockley passed it through to Hume.
Once again by Stockley, and the referee obviously indicates the
As Gilbert seems to be through.
to Oldham, indicated by the referee on the 22.
Kerwin.
Once the scrum's been sorted out. Kerwin puts the ball
Out to Kerwin to Winnecki now. Oldham forward once again, this time to Jeff Edwards.
into Gilbert.
Oh, was passed to Winnecki now with the ball. To Holcard.
But he's eventually
It's Holcard to Hall. To Nigel Clausen. Nigel Clausen, tackled by.
and Hall once again.
If he can get anywhere, Stockley goes across to meet him. He manages to avoid it.
One of the Widnes players, right, seemed to come into tackling.
There, but he's eventually brought down onto the far side.
He appears to have picked an injury to his.
As Winnecki now brings the ball through to Hobbs. Hobbs evades attack.
But is eventually brought down by Wright.
Now tries to find some way through for Oldham. He avoids right tackle. Fell on the last minute by Stockley.
As one of the Widnes players.
The ball tries to kick upfield. A lovely kick by the number 11.
About 3 or 4 yards away from the Widnes.
As Ruane for Widnes, he's just given a
Picks himself up, scrum down to
the untouched line. Point on for Oldham to win as time's ticking away. Just 2.
the score. Oldham 22, Widnes 6. So here we go now.
The long kick upfield, of course, every Oldham player.
As Atkinson chases back to play the
Max Job picks the ball up, comes onto this far side.
points there waiting for him. What a lovely run there by Atkinson, eventually
And Gilbert, what a lovely move there from Atkinson to avoid the trouble.
going for Oldham, trying to come forward now as he's dropped down by Cole.
Oldham still with the ball now. And Colin Hawkyard trying to find somewhere.
Tackle from Ruane.
On to 6 points lead now as Winnecke tries a little kick through. And after that ball, will he win? Oh, that was really close because
Winnecke's charged through and just at the last minute was beaten there by...
and a tap out on the 22 is given. Quickly to...
Hurst feeds the ball. And there goes the final hooter.
22, Widnes 16.
A good
A second win against Widnes in about 5 days.
game, of course, for Oldham in 2 weeks' time.
Lancashire Cup in the Lancashire Cup final.